Oh, Rat, is it really you?
Of course it is.
Oh, and there's the river. I'm home. Oh, but those drivers, they were after me. I must get away.
Toad, just calm down. There's nobody after you that I can see. You must have given them the slip.
Oh, Rat, you don't know how good it is to see you. I've been through such times since I last saw you. Just wait till I tell you.
Oh, Toad, I've never seen a more shabby, bedraggled, disreputable-looking animal in all my life. What on earth do you have on?
Only the brilliant disguise that saw me out of prison and safely home, that's all.
Well, take it off at once, because you've never looked more ridiculous in all your life.
Certainly I do not. Well, I suppose I do look rather foolish.
Now, rather. Now, take off those rags and try and look like a gentleman if you can. But we'll get you cleaned up later. First, we need to have a talk.
Oh, yes, I've got so much to tell you. First of all, I have to bring out prison.
That. Now, Toad, I don't want to give you pain, not after all you've been through, but don't you see what a fool you've made of yourself? Not because you went and stole a silly motor car. When are you going to realize that all you've ever gotten out of motor cars is pain and hardship?
Well, soon I suppose.
Well, if you will be mixed up in them, why steal them? When are you going to think of your friends and be a credit? Do you suppose it's any pleasure to me to hear animals talking and saying that I'm the chap that keeps company with the jailbirds?
You're quite right, Rat. How sound you always are. But I promise from now on I'm going to be a good Toad and not do it anymore.
I'm glad to hear it.
I shall lead a quiet and respectful life from now on. Let's just stroll quietly down to Toad Hall. I'll get cleaned up and we can have some right options.
Quietly down to Toad Hall? Do you mean to tell me that you haven't heard?
Heard what? Rat, quick! Don't spare me. What haven't I heard?
Do you mean to tell me that you've heard nothing of the weasels and the ferrets? And
What?
how they've gone and taken Toad Hall?
Taken Toad Hall?
Toad!
Go on, Rat. Tell me everything. I'm an animal again, I can bear it.
Well, while you were gone in prison, Mole and Badger moved into Toad Hall to have it ready for you when you returned.
Such good friends they are.
Yes, except one night all the Wildwooders stormed Toad Hall, beat Mole and Badger with sticks, and then threw them out in the cold wet.
And they've been living in Toad Hall ever since.
Eating your grub, drinking your drink, and making bad jokes about you. Now, all the Wildwooders are coming to tell everybody that they're going to stay there for good.
Oh, they are, are they? Well, we'll soon see about that.
Oh, come back, Toad!
Who goes there?
Stop nonsense! What do you mean by talking to me like that?
See what I mean, Toad? They've got sentries posted everywhere, and they are all armed. We must just wait.
Wait, but while they have Toad Hall, I'll show them off.
Sit down, Toad, unless you want to be shot at again. And we must just wait for Mole and Badger to return with the latest news.
No, yes, Mole and Badger. I had forgotten about them.
I'm sure you have. You don't deserve such true and loyal friends, Toad.
Rat, I'm an ungrateful beast, I know. Let me share their hardships so I can prove myself worthy of their friendship.
Now, Toad, I don't mean to shout at you. I know you've been through a lot, but I want you to see where all your foolishness has brought you.
I'm a conceited beast, I know. I just really wish I had my home back.
Why, Toad, welcome home. What am I saying? Homecoming indeed! This is a fine homecoming, my unhappy Toad.
Although it's good to have you back, and you managed to escape from prison, you clever Toad!
Oh!
Oh, no more. I've merely broken out of prison, that's all. I'm a fool, I am. Let me tell you, so you can judge for yourself.
Oh, do be quiet, Toad. Don't you egg him on, Mole, when you know what he is, but please do tell us what's best to be done. Now, Toad is finally back at last.
What's to be done? Well, blast if I know!
Well, you have to know something. We have to get back into Toad Hall.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be ordered about by you two. At any rate, it's my home we're talking about.
Be quiet, Toad! You shameful little animal! Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Think of all the trouble you have caused! What do you think your father would have said? Well, we're not going to talk about that. We'll let bygones be bygones. And it's quite useless to think of attacking the place. The weasels and barracks are far too strong.
Then it's all up now. And I'll go and enlist for a soldier. And I'll never see my Toad Hall again.
Cheer up, Toad. There are more ways of getting back a home than taking it by force. I'm going to tell you a great secret. There is a secret passage right near the riverbank, quite near here. It leads right up into the middle of Toad Hall.
Oh, nonsense, Badger. I know every square inch of Toad Hall, inside and out. Nothing of the sort exists, I assure you.
My young friend, your father told me a great deal he never would have dreamt of telling you.
Oh.
He showed me the passage once and said, don't let Toad know about it. He's a good boy, but he cannot simply hold his tongue.
Well, I guess I am a bit of a talker, but how is this passage going to help us?
It's the Chief Weasel's birthday tomorrow. All the weasels will be gathered in the dining hall, eating, drinking, and carrying on. No swords, no sticks, and no guns.
But the ferrets will be on sentry duty as usual.
Exactly. They're weasels. They will entrust entirely to them. And that is where the passage comes in. It goes right up into the pantry, right next to the dining hall.
Oh, that squeaky board in the pantry. Now I understand it.
So we'll creep into the pantry quietly.
With our swords, with our sticks.
And rush upon them.
And whack 'em and whack 'em and whack 'em.
Good show, Badger.
We'll make all the necessary arrangements in the morning, and by tomorrow night, Toad, I think we will have taken back your home.
Oh, hooray!
Show those ferrets.
Who goes there?
Washerwoman, need any washing done?
Go away, washerwoman. We don't do any washing on duty.
Or any other time.
Listen here, none of your cheek. We could use some washing done.
Aye, so. We ain't got a clean shirt left.
That's enough out of you. Now run away, washerwoman.
Run away? Won't be me running away a very short time now.
What'd she say? Never you mind. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Oh, don't I? Let me tell you what I heard. 100 blood-thirsty badgers are going to attack Toad Hall tonight, while 6 boatloads of rats armed with pistols and swords will come up the river and land in the garden, while an army of toads will storm the orchard, screaming for vengeance. By the time they're done with you, there won't be very much left to wash.
Imagine like weasels, sitting at their banquet, feasting and having all sorts of fun. Why have to stay on guard?
Just waiting to be cut to pieces by bloodthirsty badgers. I told you she don't know nothing. There ain't no badgers coming, nor no rats, and toads neither. You, get off to the orchard and see how things are. You, to the boathouse, see that everything's secure. Move!
Now, let's see. A stick for Mole, a stick for Toad, and a stick for Rat, and a stick for Badger. A sword for Mole, a sword for Mole.
That's all very well, Rat. But let's just get past those ferrets first. And we shan't need any swords or guns.
Well, it's just as well to be on the safe side.
Once we're inside, we 5 with our sticks shall clear the floor of the whole lot of them in 5 minutes. And have done the thing myself, only I didn't want to deprive you fellows of all. Fire!
I'll let him to steal my house.
Oh, don't say learn, Toad. It's not good English.
What's the matter with this English? It's the exact same as I use myself.
Well, no, I'm sorry, Badger. I only think it ought to be teach 'em, not learn 'em.
But we don't want to teach them. We want to learn them. What's more, we're going to do it too.
I've been having such fun with the ferret.
Frivolous animal.
Oh, I do hope you've been very careful, Mole.
I should think so.
What have you been up to then?
Well, I took Toad's washerwoman outfit and I went to talk to the ferrets, and now I have them convinced that an army of badgers and rats and toads are going to attack Toad Hall tonight.
Oh, Mole, you've gone and spoilt everything. Tell her, Badger.
Mole? I perceive that you have more sense in your little finger than some animals have in their whole bodies. You have performed admirably, and I begin to have great hopes for you.
Good old Mole.
We'd best get ready.
Oh, I've everything prepared. I've got a pile for the Toad, then a pile for Mole, here, a pile for me.
That's all very well, Rat. But I'm going to do all I've got to do with a stick.
Well, I wouldn't want you to think I'd forgotten anything, Badger, please.
Come along then, follow me. Mole first,
Don't do this.
because I'm very pleased with her. Rat next. Toad last. Listen here, Toad. Don't you chatter on so much as usual, or you'll be sent back. Sure as fate.
Fine.